my channel. Wagwan. Yes, I'm back with my church sister, my friend, my sister in Christ. Abby, me call her Abby, she named Chrishauna Reid. Alright, so thank you. So we are eat popcorn and we are drink apple juice made by Nigel. Yes, people, so I am back. You want to receive the glass here, so I'm going to take it. You can rest right here. So. Yeah. So today I'm going to talk about a topic that is personal to me and it's very touching to me. And all of this is from my view. And let me say, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical professional. I am just a person that went through something, and I'm going to elaborate on it and tell you how I feel about it and all of that. So today, myself and Abby, we're going to talk about postpartum depression. People are wondering, postpartum depression, what postpartum depression? So I have one little note I have to go read from, right? I did a research on it. I did a research on it a long time, but me go deeper into the research now for this this program, for this content, alright? Alright, so we use Google. So from Google, Google says that postpartum depression is depression suffering by a mother following a child's birth, typically arose from contribution of hormonal changes. Let me stop there. So, alright. Yes. So personally, when I got pregnant with my first daughter, let me start by saying this. Why I touch on this topic? A lot of persons don't know about postpartum depression, and after having children, they go through a lot of stuff and them cry and them moody and they don't like fear the baby crying. They go touch by all of that. They don't want to touch the baby and all that. And I'm mad them mad. And no silly them silly or fool or no idiot girl.
And this is in reference to our culture in Jamaica, right?
Yeah. Our
because
culture.
we in Jamaica sometimes we're ignorant.
Yeah.
We don't know what is postpartum depression.
Yeah.
Jamaicans, them probably say, why you treat the baby so? Yes.
They want to understand.
Right.
And I noticed that many persons, even if they know about it, they tend to bash you. They say you're mad. And they say something wrong with your brain. And they maybe call CDA upon you. And they maybe do all sort of manner of evil to you without getting to really understand what is really going on with you. Alright, when I got pregnant with my first daughter, which is Savoya, during the pregnancy, I went through a phase. A really bad phase, and maybe one day, me kind of telling you what I go through. I go through a really bad phase through the pregnancy. Getting pregnant with her was one. I found out at an early stage that I had fibroids, very, very early. I was living from a teen. I think I was about 20 when I found out that I had fibroids. And I was overseas. That's when I really found out that I had two mass. Two small fibers. I think one was 20 mm and one was 22 mm. Very small, but you know, you're a young girl and you find out say you have. When I say young girl have fibroids, you always hear about big people have fibroids and so.
Right. Especially when you always aspire to have children.
Right. And you know say it's a part of why young people can't get pregnant. Right. And after having a miscarriage, during my pregnancy, during my marriage, not pregnancy, during my marriage, it took a toll on me. It took a toll where you question God. You ask God, like, what really go on? why did me I go through this and whatever. And then when you go to a doctor, because I've been to a doctor and a doctor look at you and tell you say you can't get pregnant because of what go on in your body. I've been to a next doctor to tell me that I'm too fat to get pregnant. And not everybody mental space is the same thing we can really take certain thing that people actually have said to you.
Especially when they come out as blunt.
Right, because one of the doctors that I've been to, I'm not going to call his name. I think it was he did come out too plain to tell me say me couldn't breathe. In Jamaican terms, meaning getting pregnant. I think he came out too. He was too blunt with it, and it sent me into a depression.
Oh God.
It did, because me started questioning God, and I went through a series of prayer. I had a cousin that I trusted, and we prayed together. And I remember watching War Room. And for all of those young couple, marriage couple and all of that, go watch War Room.
I love that one.
Yes, and me watch War Room. Somebody sent it to me and me say me watch it. And me listen, me have a back room. And Trisha turn it in our prayer room. Put up paper on wall like her lady do it in the movie. Quote scriptures. Yeah! Quote, listen, when you want something from God,
yes.
When you go
you're
feel
thirsty and
you're
hungry,
thirsty and you're
everything
hungry. You're hungry feet. What you do? You find God. You understand me?
Yeah.
When Jesus wanted to pray to his Father,
yes.
he thirst.
Yes.
You remember when he go on the 40 days fasting? A thirst, he thirst, and he wanted something, so he go at the feet, he go deep feet. I remember I quote some scripture on the wall, and me go on with me thing and me pray, and my other half, him did come. You understand that the time he come and he will pray and whatever, but me tell you, so when the devil have fight, the devil fight bad. But one next day I'm going to all of that.
That's another story.
That's another story for another time. And I remember this scripture, I can't remember where it quote from, and the Bible verse, right? The Bible, where it's taken from in the Bible right now. But I remember it said that whatever you want, like it's saying, whatever you want, I heard, but I'm going to post it in the description. Whatever you want out of God, you must ask for it. Ask for it from God, and He will show up for you on time. And I remember I prayed, and I start going to just a normal doctor. I just spend money a guy now, and I start going normal doctor now, normal PhD doctor. And she encouraged me. She never tell me other two big professional tell me. She tell me to go and lose weight. And that's one of the things that I will be doing on this channel for some of the young people that are having difficulties. As I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm going to tell you what I did. I scraped the aloe vera in the water, and I put it in the water, and I had that, and I had to lose the weight out of my belly, the fat out of your belly. And she told me to do that, and I went and I do that, and I did some other stuff later on. If you continue watching my channel, I will tell you I had to do. And I remember when I actually got pregnant, it was a part of my life. You know you well want something, but it comes at a time where everything there fall apart. You're happy, you know? I was so happy. I was so happy. And then when I did get pregnant, no, I have to try and keep this pregnancy. That was the greatest thing. To let this pregnancy stay this time, to come to full terms. And I remember when I found out I was pregnant, it was in, I think, either October or November. I can't remember now. It's been 3 years. Brain I get old. And I remember I cried, and I said, yes, me, yes. You're happy, but yet still you're at a place where you know it's not right. Do you understand me? You're happy at the time. And lot of person will look and maybe say, why Trisha tell out everything? But I'm saying to say this to other young people, to encourage somebody why I'm going to this postpartum depression, just giving you a history leading up to the pregnancy and tell you why this happened to me. I was depressed but yet still happy. I would rub my belly and I would pray for my child and everything, and I was scared. I was so scared that my walking changed. My talking changed because I'm afraid me do anything and this one go.
Wow.
Me did scared bad. And I remember about 2 weeks after I was pregnant, me start to bleed. Abby, me bawling and me go before God and me say, God, me know you're not fool. You're not a fool, God.
Come on.
Me say, God, you wouldn't give me something that my heart desires so much and then take it away. And me cry and me go to God in prayer. I remember going to the doctor and the doctor said me to do an ultrasound. And when I did the ultrasound, they found a sac but no fetus. And me say, God, like seriously, me say, me know you're not a fool, God. Me say, you are a God that I serve and I believe in you. Just like person who worship, all of them believe in a freedom God. I believe in Jesus Christ of Nazareth and I believe that him not a fool.
No.
And when me pray to God and me like, me head there boss, me have headache, I had pressure, I travel with high blood pressure and it get bad, it get out of way. Cause me a stress now. How can you put one sack and not put the baby in it?
God
But let me tell you something, you see, purpose must live, must come to. And I remember when I go to my bed and I pray and I go to people, me ball like for 1 month straight. And I remember I go to my bed and it's like, I must be a vision. If somebody come to me and say to me that, call this one prophetess. I be jump out of my sleep. This time in people, I was still bleeding, like every day, just like a normal girl going through period every month during my pregnancy. This was what happened to me. And I was like, prophetess. And I say, I wake up and I pray and I say, God, thank you. Because when I get one word, I couldn't even care that can give me some must call this one prophetess.
Because the devil don't speak anything good.
Okay.
Must be God.
And me say, no, so I look up in the sky and people always say, oh, why your name our girl nickname Sky? And our initials out of our name actually spell Sky. Me look up in the sky and I say, God, thank you. I know you would have the courage and find a peace that passeth all understanding, people. Find a peace that passeth all understanding. If you come near me and cuss me and lick me down, me don't agree in my teeth. Because God sent his word.
Yes.
And when his word is planted, the enemy cannot use it or move it. Just like Job. Job said, though they slay me, yet will I trust him. And I trust God. Me stay upon the word of God and me trust God. Me not perfect. My name tell us I'm a perfect Christian, but I trusted God. I grew up in a Christian home with mother and father Christian.
Yes.
A Christian morals and everything. Me never come see them and a Christian and one God dance. Me did choose to go dance. Me did choose to do certain things in a life. That was my choice until me know say boy, this is what. So when you see your children leading out of the way, leave them a little, encourage them, but let them do until they
come
find
back to what they know.
The Bible says, oh God loveth he chaseth. I can remember when I found my way, not straying away from it, I'm just saying, when I found my way as a young Christian in church, a sister in the church, Sister Christine, thank you Sister Christine if you're watching, she wrote me a little note, oh God loveth he chaseth. I have that note in my Bible up until today. You want to know about that though? People would look at you and judge you because of you, because you want to be you but not to follow others. And you decide say you'll be different, you're going to wear enough makeup, you're going to tone your skin a little, you're going to bleach your hair, and then feel say you're Satan. You understand? Back to the thing now. And I remember just being there And praising God through my pregnancy. Right through my pregnancy, I'll be right up until 7 months of my pregnancy. 7 months. When you're talking about not eating, me couldn't carry down nothing, pure vomiting, everything. But at this time, I was going through a phase that I had to, and sometimes when they say God trim you down to make you really understand who He is,
Yes,
and for you, bring you down and let you really understand that I am God. I think I was in that phase.
And I am in control.
Yes, I think I was in. Not to say that I was
It's the
too
Job
much
phase.
of myself, but it's a Job phase of me. And may I tell you, sometimes God have to broke you.
Yes.
I was
Break you.
gracefully broken. Yes. And having Savoya now, new mother, me don't know nothing about baby. And you love a baby. I see the way you did one a long time and you really have it now. And you see them take your baby from you. Then I tell you where them carry your baby go when after you deliver. After birth, them take her and them gone with her. Me see one doctor. I had induced labor, so I went through induced labor and I was induced for 2 days. During this time, me not understand certain things. Getting to the nurse to ask them certain questions also. Nobody in India pay me no mind doing me induce and me a ball and all of that. And in Jamaica, you cannot have family members when you're in labor room. And you alone are in a labor room. You, God, the doctor, and the nurse. So you don't have nobody who you can actually sit down and say how you feel. Right. And so when my auntie showed me video in America how she had baby and people did it with her and well her hand and we don't have that here. And you and God are going to go fight your own battle. And I remember I had a doctor, I can't remember that doctor name every time I try to remember, but that doctor, he stood with me for the 2 days after induced labor. He never left. And I'm so grateful for him. And seeing everything, people never, my auntie did tell me one thing when me can't talk on the ear, because maybe the YouTube, them shut down my channel. She tell me one thing when got me to me, and me laugh. But you know, you did want somebody tell you actually where you go see, where you go do, and all of that. People not tell them thing there. Not to scare anybody that wants to have children, but me did want to know. Some people don't want to know. Me did want to know what me I got experience. Just like a movie me I got watch. But like you tell me what I got me in a movie before me watch it.
Me too.
Me no want to watch it and then me don't watch it and say, at this time me did watch a new movie. Yeah, me want to know. Tell me. So me never get that. My mother tell me little but she never go into depths what will happen. So me, I'm scared. Me shocked. Me traumatized, and plus me that little thing for the head ago. I had gestational diabetes to fight during my pregnancy, asthma, and high blood pressure. Now tell me people, what you think is gonna happen? When me have Sky now, then put her in our room, what they call the nursery. In the nursery, only mother and father could go in there. Me just have baby. Me just start swell. Me never really know where it's swelling for until they admit back again say it was my pressure too high. So me did start. So everything in a one. When me actually after 8 days I got back Savoy and that was depressing. She being in the nursery, going there every day was very depressing. And then I don't have a bed to sit on or to lay down. When I go there I have to sit on a bench outside.
Wow.
Or inside. You understand?
So you thought all of that played a role in the postpartum depression to
all
come?
All of that. For me, as a new mother, that played a role with what I was going on in my life differently.
I asked that question because I've never seen postpartum depression in that light where previous events going through those type of stuff. Simple as like what you just said, not having a hospital bed, experiencing this swelling, all these health issues. I've never heard about postpartum depression in that light, but it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
May I tell you, I was traumatized. Me ball day and night. I remember when I had to leave her in nursery and actually go home leave her. Mummy have to draw me through the hospital gate and me a pen. Draw me. My brother have to draw me and say, come. Me ball. Come here to leave me baby because I don't know what them are going to do to me baby. Some people don't say, but you for fool, they might take care. Listen, I'm a first time mother. And when me go through fi have a baby and fi kiss her, me traumatized bad.
Wow.
And I remember when the baby actually came home, Abby. When Savoy actually came home. When she cried, it get me mad.
Wow.
When she needed certain things and I couldn't get it at the time and maybe I couldn't afford it at the time. Let me be frank, I couldn't afford it at the time.
Right.
Me get mad. My head hurt me every day. Breastfeeding, I learned how to lay down and breastfeed and all of that. I lay down and breastfeed her. Mom would help me. I was by my mother at this time. And yes, my sister was there and everything, but my mental capacity wasn't straight.
Wow.
And I didn't know. I thought it was normal and I thought it was because of what I was going through. That helped. But I didn't know that it was postpartum depression until one day I went to a meeting. It was like a meeting with some person that I did work for. And I was talking to this man. He was one of the trainers and we were just talking. And I was telling him what I've been through and whatever. And he said to me that that is called postpartum depression. And I said, what's that? And he might tell me never mad people if you don't want to look for my baby. And he tell me not to feel guilty. He tell me not to feel no way. But after I pass through all of the symptoms and I've been through it, then me understand. Nobody in the hospital or because I usually go Iris clinic. And nobody never tell me about this something here. I've been to clinic. Nobody never tell me. Me usually sit down and cry for days.
So
mean just sit down and bawl. Sometimes I don't know. Just like when me pregnant and you will just cry because of hormone, me sit down and just bawl. Just bawl.
And nobody from the clinic informed you.
Nobody didn't tell me nothing. The baby would just want to cry for me pick her up and me cry with the baby.
Well,
sometimes it's stare at space because me don't know what's next. And I didn't understand these things. My mental capacity because of all these, I was traumatized, the hormone all over the place. I had post-traumatic depression. And it's after I've gone over it, I understand. But one thing, let me tell you something. Support. My mother didn't leave my side a bit. She knew something was wrong with me, but she couldn't label it.
Right.
I get angry easily. Me bawl easily. But she didn't know. People would see me and I remember somebody passed a remark. Somebody see me one day and I didn't feel like to do my makeup. As I think at the first part of the video, I think I said it. I had developed eczema during that first pregnancy, but you couldn't still wear a little makeup.
Right.
And the dashiki that they knew, it wasn't the dashiki. So they saw me, I think I was in a shorts and a top, and the hair was just flat. I would naturally out back my hair because I couldn't use any type of chemicals. And the person could say to my mother, Ivan, our dear daughter, I'm making you look so. Am I mad? And I remember me come to me and said, Trisha, you need to fix yourself because people are looking at you and all of that. People look at me and say a lot of things. A lot of things, Abby. And during the time, I will just cry.
Wow.
And I will say, God, take full control.
And you
one
see
day,
that added to it. That
added
added to
to
the
it.
depression. I
Yeah.
hope everybody's listening, because just by she saying that and relaying that message to her mother and her mother relaying it to her, it broke her down more.
It brought me down more.
So
Sometimes
be careful what you say
say-
to persons who are going through postpartum depression.
or even if you don't know, say that them are go through persons that are
In
pregnant,
general, yeah.
be careful what you say to a
them.
pregnant woman
And-
or a new mother.
Right.
I remember
Right.
I couldn't afford a baby bag. Let me be frank. I couldn't afford a baby bag, and I usually put my baby stuff in my bag. Like if me and go out, or some people would say, you can't buy one baby bag. Buy one baby bag, give me if you see me with my bag, I put baby clothes in her. It must be a
Even
reason
saying
why.
That,
You
that
understand?
break her down more, you know. That broke her down.
If you don't
more.
know, if you say to a pregnant woman or a new mother, shut your damn mouth. Simple. And I truth, Abby. Shut your mouth. If you don't know what to say,
Yes.
shut up. Enough time I have to go in, like me go church and people would stare me down, and me go in the bathroom and cry.
Wow.
Drop me tears, and girl put on back her glasses and her test glasses and she
Even
gone
at
again.
church.
Me go out and people look down upon me and say, boy, Francisca murder and baby she mash up in. People do that.
Yes.
And they wouldn't know that I was going through a phase. I was going through a phase to get better. And I'm going to read from what I have here in Postpartum, and then Abby's going to elaborate on it. Postpartum depression, they call it PPD, can appear in few days or even months after childbirth. If a woman does not get treatment for PPD, symptoms can get worse. For me, I didn't need treatment with Savoya, but with Ariana, they had to give me something to kind of calm me down. And because my both children went to nursery, and Ariana now born with a hole in her heart. You understand me? And it did me tell, and everybody can't take everything, because some people when they have a hole in their heart, it's just a brush over for them and they'll get better. But what I look at, I had a cousin that born with hole in his heart and he had to get a heart surgery. So me I look on the long term, say if me ever go make it, she get one heart, if she ever do heart surgery. Enough people don't know that she was born sick. Enough because I don't really tell people around me what's really going on, more than people close like Abby and my mother and my spouse would know what really going on. But my second daughter born with a hole in her heart. And when I had her now, it came back. I was happy at this time. I was more comfortable at this time. But it came back because I had to do a second surgery after I had her. And I questioned God. And then I learned not to question God, but let him have his way.
Right.
And I allowed that. And I remember with Ariana, Nigel had to feed her because I didn't want to breastfeed. I didn't want to touch her when she cried. It's the maddest me ever get. And I had to grow to love her. I love me picking them, don't get me wrong. Abby will tell them, I love me picking them
Very much.
bad.
Very much.
But when your mind is not at the place,
Yes.
and I had to get counseling. I talked to a friend of mine, Miss Popson Francis. She will quote scriptures and she remember me about Job. I mean, I tell you, the healing, and then I would call Abby and would cry to Abby. I would say something to Abby, and the encouragement. When a person is going through postpartum depression, support is a must.
It's a must, yes.
You have to support the person. Let me tell you, mommy could push me off and run me away. But I'm a mother, and at the end of the day, she love me and she support me. You understand? I remember too, when I had Ariana and did the second surgery, it's like, I don't know if they cut a nerves or something. I couldn't walk, so I had to teach myself how to walk again. And I remember I was going to my community and a certain person saw me walking, stopping and jogging, and I had to hold up because I had a C-section at this time because Aaron was 10 pounds, 12 ounces. I had gestational diabetes, so you know that babies are bigger when you have gestational diabetes. And I was holding my tummy and I was walking. And the person laugh because me I walk and jog my foot. Laugh and clap and there's a man. Not a woman, as a man. When me get it from a woman, maybe it wouldn't be worse.
Yes.
And laugh and clap. I remember when I had to get up out of the bed, I had to let Nigel help me up to get up out of the bed. Because I couldn't raise up myself, I couldn't get up out of the bed. And that break me down because I had to depend on people for everything, to wash, do everything. When the doctor just said I must climb up, lift my leg to go. In my kitchen, I have to lift my leg to go up. And I had to go up there sometime because me hard days. And then me feel sick afterwards. Me never like people to do things to me, so me strive to do it myself. You understand me? I need to take a toll on me. So settling inside my mental capacity, I couldn't help myself. You understand? I couldn't help with the baby. You understand?
Yeah.
It just, everything just gone. So me just lay down and bawl.
Wow.
I can laugh at myself. Alright, let me go on down.
Come this far so you can look back and
Look
laugh.
back and laugh. And when people laugh after me, I laugh after them now. May I tell you, when the guy did they laugh after me, me did feel a way, and I go home and I ball about it and I said, look how me turn handicap because the nerve, because afterwards I found that the nerve was damaged. So I have to tell my brain that I was about to walk and the brain would just walk. You understand?
Yes.
So I have to develop back everything. I have to learn myself how to use the bathroom again, control my urine again, everything. People not telling them a same thing. Yeah?
Wow.
People not telling you this. But then go through it, they not tell you. But I'm here to tell you. So if you don't want to laugh after me, phone the business. Alright. So if the postpartum depression gets out of hand, it can be treated. And I will recommend getting counseling. Counseling help and get counsel or talk to somebody who actually had children. Somebody understand child's birth and what it's all about. Try to get counseling. So Abby is going to talk about some of the symptoms and how to prevent postpartum depression.
Yes, so it says here that one common symptom of postpartum depression is baby blues, and having mood swings, feeling sad or anxious, crying for no reason usually goes away. It usually goes away on its own, often 1 to 2 weeks. And if your symptoms persist or get worse over time, you should seek help, medical help, counseling, stuff like that. Yes, and it's common for women to experience the baby blues, feeling stressed, sad, anxious, lonely, tired, or weepy following birth of a baby. Some women, up to 1 in 7, experience a much more serious mood disorder. Alright. Some ways that you can help postpartum depression are educate yourself, read about it.
Yeah.
You can surf the internet, talk to persons who experience childbirth. Not everybody is going to experience postpartum depression, but there's a high chance you may find somebody who does. You never know.
Right.
Speak to a doctor. Sleep and eat properly. This is very important. Your diet have a lot to do with it. Find things that will research foods that help with nerves, calming, balancing hormones, because postpartum depression, as Dansheki expressed earlier in the introduction, it has to do with hormone imbalance, a lot to do with the hormones. So when we change up our diet and find food that help to balance the hormone or what
comforting food,
right, and then you go back to the doctor and you can consult the doctor, ask them what can you eat, what can you exercise, get the blood flowing. Exercise allow your body to feel good and fresh. So
and exercising meaning this rigorous exercising, walking.
Right.
Like in the morning, we Jamaicans tend to get up with the baby, you take a walk in the sun in the morning. So
Right.
that walking is type of exercise. Walk around the house. Me not tell you if you go at the gym, but walk around, walk, explore.
Mm-hmm. And with that being said, of course, when you just have a baby, you can't do vigorous exercises. So you have to do what you're able to do, but it helps.
Yes.
Avoid making major life changes during or right after childbirth. You have to avoid that. Stick to what you're comfortable with.
I think that's one of the things that really affected me the most in when I had postpartum depression. It was that I had to make some decision in my life which was going to affect it. Me never expect that to really happen.
Yeah.
Do you understand me?
Yeah.
And later on I will tell you what happened. I been know me at that, but I never know till me don't really have to go through what me go through.
Yeah.
And as a young married woman,
Right.
I had to go through that. Do you understand me? So that was one of it that really I think really helped.
Right.
Changes. Try not to make changes. What I would say now.
And I think this will even go for like the husband or whoever is around the young mother or the new mother. Let her feel like, things are gonna be the same. Even though you have a baby, it's gonna remain, it's gonna be okay.
Support.
Right.
Support.
I'm not gonna treat it differently. Life will still continue. Stuff like that. Encourage them. You understand? And that's why it's important to notice the change in your significant other, the mother of your child or your daughter. She said her mother saw that something was wrong with her, but she didn't know what it was because of our Jamaican culture. We don't really, educated about that, especially parents and stuff. And the persons might know, a small percentage of persons, but the usual family won't. Right. The next thing is let your feelings be known in the delivery room. You have to voice how you feel.
That is the next thing. For me, have a problem. Let your feelings be known to who?
I'm guessing
enough Jamaican women that been through delivery will actually know about this. Let your feelings known to who? Is you must have a little nurse friend where you can say, nurse, you know me no feel good, but what go and explain to me what I want and so. I remember I was induced and me I feel so pain. I never feel pain for my entire life. I did something called HSG before I get pregnant, before getting pregnant. And that did painful, but me never know what it did. And me I call the nurse, I ask him say, hear me, because when you feel pain, I say anything that, hear me nurse, as a gunshot won't feel because this hot bad. Me I tell you, a nurse never come. Yeah, more than one little nurse with pass where you know her, where you're familiar with her, and say, just lay down Dansheki, lay down and just I think of either left or right side, just lay down on the side and breathe. And different you call some nurse, then have to look for you. And that's the truth.
That's the reality in Jamaica.
That's the reality.
Jamaican health system. That's another thing. I don't think that's good. If you're a nurse and you're watching this and you work in Jamaica as a nurse, please just listen to especially an expecting mother, especially she new at having a baby. Be patient with her. If you go to school and you study, I'm sure they teach you when you go to med school about PPD, postpartum depression. I am sure. Just give them a little kindness, patience.
And to the health minister in Jamaica or whosoever is in charge for this,
it's no joke.
Iris pregnancy or any clinic, maternity clinic, have a segment or something where you teach mother about postpartum depression. Enough time when you see some mother and then when you say they're neglectful and mad, it's PPD. And enough don't know, see that them are go through. Can me never know, my mother never know. If somebody had to enlighten my darkness about it, and then me start study it and me start eat the right way, get counseling, talk to people, and let me tell you, my significant other, when I talk about support, when I talk about help, my mother And I had my daughter, Ariana, one of Ariana godmother, Miss Carr. Them back on me PP pluck for help me with the baby, wash the baby clothes, allowed me to rest and all of that. And to new mothers, when you see your other half walk out on you during a pregnancy, and enough people don't say why you gonna live down with such person, or so but you gonna know until it happens to you.
That's right.
When a man walk out on you or say something negatively to your pregnancy and it hurt you entire that way, when other people brush off it, some people take it very serious. Find somebody to support you. Find somebody who you could talk to, and Nigel was one of them that listened. He listened, and the people I say, so people are gonna try to figure out what I want now. He listened. I could call him at any time, and Nigel listened. We couldn't talk to him about anything, and he listened. If my titty hurt me could have said my titty hurt. If my bottom hurt me, I could have said certain things to him. You understand me? As much as he is not Savoya's father, I could say certain things to him, and he would understand. You can go on.
Yes. So also what you can do is prepare yourself well for childbirth. Prepare. When you go in there with a prepared mind, and I'm not speaking from experience. She can speak based on experience, but just common sense in anything. Think about it. In anything, if you're prepared beforehand, going into anything, you feel much more
better
at peace and much more better. So that's one other tip.
But on the next, what about the persons who don't have it to prepare for a child?
That is it.
Listen, keep on baby shower. Keep on baby shower. That's all I'm saying. Keep on baby shower and get two people. I'm going to tell you something. If people really admire and love you, people will come and
support you. And
God will provide. And God will provide. Yes. God because I tell you, there are so many single mothers out there. And you have people who are married and them single. Yes. And I reality. And who want come and bash and say, boy, you go deep. But me I tell you, there are people who are married and they're single. They're a single parent.
That's deep.
And people say, but they're single and them provide for them fitness solely.
Yes, and the last thing is find a strong emotional support and take advantage of it, because if you have somebody to talk to, having somebody to talk to, and just sometimes voicing your opinion, and just discuss how you're feeling with others, like somebody where you're confident in, it helps release stress, help release tension, and stuff like that. So yes, that's another thing.
Yes. So I think that is it. And it says, I put down here, I was saying before, the health minister or whoever is in charge have a segment in the clinic or something, as somebody who comes to the pregnant mothers and talk to them about PPD, postpartum depression, and other things that really affect us during pregnancy and after pregnancy.
Right.
It will be so helpful, because when I was going to Iris clinic, I just go, we get check up and we'll come home we yard. And if they're supposed to admit, they admit we. You understand me? I'm not saying that the healthcare system is the worst thing ever in Jamaica. I'm not saying that. You have some people who actually listen and help you. Right. I have others that don't pay no mind. So don't get me wrong, please, people.
Yeah, there are a few persons who are good.
Right, where a nurse would see you and help, because I had some good nurses. Some really, really good nurses. I had some. And they will help me and they will talk with me and all of that. And I'm so grateful for the support that I get from some of these nurses while I was pregnant in the hospital. They will come and ask me if you're alright and all of that. Me not ask somebody if you baby me, but I'm just saying that support. The support system starts with the hospital or starts. It's a part of it.
Yes.
You understand? So with all the young mothers out there, congratulations, and just brace up. You understand? Have fun with it. If you find that you have a problem attending to your baby, loving your baby, if he or she crying affect you, find help. Not afraid to talk about it.
Yeah.
Don't afraid to talk about it. And sometimes some people will go and search social media and actually talk about what they're going through, and people will look down on them.
Right.
But just remember, not everybody goes through a situation the same way.
Yeah.
And for all the single mothers, boy, I mean, I know how to do it.
Strong.
May I tell you, I know about Jamaican mothers. And may I say, Jamaican have one of the most strongest set of women.
True.
May I tell you, you have a woman will have a baby, right? And by say 1 month she gonna go work.
Yes.
And in work when she sit down and work, I work
hard work.
Put box and do everything. Work just to put food on the picnic table. Sometimes some people see you after giving birth and she can mash up her, then they look good again. How you feel look good, you just give birth. People tell me say my belly bigger, me get fat. Me just give birth. Me carry a 10-pound baby, what you expect? Me go fat. Me get really fat. I me notice that because with my last daughter, the weight, me I tell you, me couldn't walk when I was pregnant. Me just move like one snail. The tummy was so heavy.
Wow.
You understand? I mean, never choose to have this weight or the baby this big. Gestational diabetes play a role in that. And people will see you and they will judge and they will say all sorts of different things to you. It plays a role in the bigness or the large baby. And my girl did big bad. I mean, never reached 9 months when I had her. They had to take her from me 37 weeks. They had to take her because at that time 37 weeks or 37 or 36, I think 37 weeks 4 days, she was 10 pounds 12 ounces.
Wow.
So I had to do a C-section to take her. You understand? And me I tell the people, easy. Single mothers may be good, no good or no good bad. Alright, so I hope this was informative. I hope you learned something. Please comment below. And please, people, share my videos. I'm on my way to 1,000 subscribers. I soon reach 100. I will reach 100 already. I'm on my way. So, guys, subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment. Have any big ups? Big ups.
Yes, I want to big up my mommy, my dad, my brother, and my husband, and Biggs. Can't leave out Biggs.
And I want to big up all my new subscribers. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to big up Papi again, my little cousin.
Yes, so big up on yourself one time. Yes, and bye-bye.